Hi everyone, happy Wednesday. Hi Marta, happy Wednesday. How are you doing today? You're driving? That's pretty wild. Well, be careful while you're driving. Hi Maria, happy Wednesday. Glad to have you on. How's everyone's week going? This week I feel like is going by so fast. I feel like I blinked and then it was Wednesday. I don't know if everybody's got the same thing going on or maybe it's just me. But it feels really quick. I'm doing good, Maria. I'm doing good. Just, campaigning, working, trying my best to stay cool in this crazy hot weather. Luckily, my office has air conditioning. Hi, Rod. Hi, Laura. Thanks for joining me. How are you guys doing today? So today, I think I'm just going to talk about people's plans for this holiday weekend. What are you guys up to? Hi, Rafia. Nice to have you on. What do you all have planned for your holiday weekend? It's weird, all these holidays, birthdays, everything in the times of COVID. But what are your plans? Are you guys going out anywhere? Are you staying home? Maria, upcoming plans for the campaign, or upcoming events for the campaign. Well, COVID's made it hard to have events, but we're gonna be doing these lives every Wednesday from 3:30 to 4, and every Saturday at 2 o'clock. I'll be talking with a local business about how their business is going in times of COVID and how the city can better help them. Rafia, your annual party can't happen. Yeah. I mean, it's really hard. It's really hard. I remember when I was a kid, we used to just sit there and barbecue with the neighbors in front of the house, and can't do that. I think today on the news they were saying, asking people please just stay inside and do little things indoors with their families. It's very, very different. Maria would love to drive to Ensenada and have some great food. Yeah. Are you guys going to do it or are you staying home? What are your plans for the weekend, Maria? Rafia says we have to be safe first. Absolutely. Wear a mask, Wear a mask, stay inside, wash your hands. All the things that, we should be doing in the first place, besides the mask. But maybe you'll convince John to drive. Yeah, I mean, a nice drive is good. I think that's one of the ways my husband and I have gone out, because sometimes you just go stir crazy staying inside, It is going to be a hot weekend, Rafia. Hi, Adam. Nice to have you on. Let's see. Marta says they stole signs from Petrelli. Really? The Albert Vera and Scott Zeidman signs? It's pretty wild. I mean, I know it happens every election, but I always, I always think it's very bold for people to go up and steal signs from somebody else. You know, we can have differences of opinions, but apparently some people don't think so. But we'll try and keep it positive and, you know, do what we can. We'll do what we can. Let's see. So, Rafia, since you can't do your party, what are you guys going to do this weekend? What are your plans? Rafia, people are very disrespectful. I don't quite understand the level of disrespect that happens here, you know? Like, I didn't agree with my friends growing up all the time because, that would be really boring. I think if we all agreed all the time, you know, how boring of a world would that be? But people just can't handle it, and I don't know why. It's crazy. Go swimming in the pool. That is a fantastic idea, especially while it's hot. Maria, Rafia is lucky, yes. You know. But I think you should do that car ride, Maria. I think you and John should take that trip. I don't know what my plans are yet, you guys. Rod and I are still trying to figure it out. Our complex, in order to reserve the swimming pool, you have to do it in advance, and it's very scheduled. There's only 10 spots at a time. They're being very cautious, very safe, and then they have a 30-minute cleaning period for all of the surfaces in the pool area, and so we haven't done too much swimming, unfortunately. It's really hard when it's hot, you know, but we all have to be safe, and we all have to do our fair share to make sure that we stay safe in the wake of COVID. What do I think? Rafi is asking me, what do you think should be done with these sign thieves? You know, it's a hard one. I mean, I'm sure Petrelli's has video of these sign thieves. I know a lot of people have made police reports, especially the people who have had their signs stolen multiple times. These people just keep coming back to steal these signs. I mean, it's crazy. We always have, you know, some sign theft, and it's here and there, but there are some people that have had their signs stolen like 5 times. That's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I feel like we should all be able to express our opinions without people coming onto our property and stealing our signs. I think at the very least they should get a ticket. At the very least, you know. People have to know that it's not okay to trespass on somebody's property and take their signs. I mean, we can all have a difference of opinion. It doesn't need to come down to that. Marta asked when my signs are coming. My signs will be here next week, Marta. I'm very excited about them. They're very, very nice looking. I might be biased, but I think they are very, very nice. So if you want a sign, please feel free to visit my website if you haven't been there yet. It's www.HeatherforCulverCityCouncil.com. So very easy to get to. Very easy to get to, and there you can volunteer, you can request a lawn sign, you can donate. We are definitely in need of donations, so we can get things done and work on changing our city. You know, we all have to get through this and do it together. So, Maria, I'm very excited to see my signs in person too. I'm very, very excited. Rafia asked, do you think this is a form of bullying? You know, Rafia, I do. There's so much bullying going on in this campaign. And I'm used to being bullied a bit. You know, I grew up being heavier set than everyone else. And so I'm used to the bullies, but I don't know. It's supposedly these people that are so free thinking and opening their arms to everyone. And I think that includes people with a differing opinion. You know, I've never once stolen somebody's yard sign that I didn't agree with. You know, I see lawn signs for people or candidates that I may not agree with, and it makes me want to go knock on somebody's door and go, explain it to me. Explain it to me. Why are you voting for this person? You know, and maybe I'm missing something. maybe they can teach me something, you know, it's a teachable moment. But definitely a form of bullying. Hi, Renee. Thanks for watching. Thanks for joining me. Maria says, it's bullying. I thought bullying was wrong last I checked. Me too, Maria. Me too. Rafia says, I can't wait for your signs to get here. I know. I am so excited. They're so nice looking, you guys. I can't even begin to tell you how nice looking they are. So I'm very excited to get them too. Maria, can adults be bullies? Absolutely. Oh my gosh. Hello, Vicky. Thank you for joining me. You know, Maria, thinking back about that, can adults be bullies? I remember as a senior in high school, so 2009-ish, I was invited to be on the anti-bullying task force at the district. And Scott Zeidman, who's running for school board, was actually instrumental in creating that task force. But originally I was on as a part of a story for the Culver City High School newspaper, The Centurion. And I liked it, and they invited me to stay on. And I was really excited because here I am, you know, working with a group of adults. And I'll never forget that there's an email that went out because we were all on an email list together. And it was these adults bickering back and forth. And I was like, oh my gosh, you guys, we are the anti-bullying task force and we're sitting here bullying each other through email. What are you guys doing? Cool it, you know? Nothing is that important to be belittling somebody else, you know? Let's see. Jeff, any thoughts on pension reform as so much of the city budget is devoted to this? You know, Jeff, it's an interesting question because one of the things that we have coming up, and it will be interesting to see, is with the defunding of our police department, you know, it makes me wonder if a lot of them, rather than sit here and continue to have people speak badly. Hi, Dennis. Thanks for joining. I wonder if a lot of them are going to retire, you know, and what's that going to do to our pension liability? What are we going to do about that, you know? My thoughts on it, I'm not too sure yet. You know, we have to figure out a way to do this better. It's not something that's attractive to talk about, but it's a very real reality, and it's something that we have to address. Maria says, that's insane. Local adult bullies, I guess they never grew up. You know, I've said it a lot when I was in high school, and even now, I think kids learn it from somewhere. And I think that the adults really pass it along, and they see that behavior is okay. You know, you see your parents treat somebody or say something to somebody, and you just get it in your mindset that that makes it okay, and it's not. I definitely think this has to get addressed. I mean, I know they do anti-bullying stuff since elementary school, you know, and part of it is just kids are, you know, there's no filter there, and that's fine. You know, kids should learn, but they definitely learn it from watching others, which is kind of a scary thought. You know, if you're out there stealing signs and your kids know you're stealing signs, then they grew up thinking it's okay to steal signs or hurt other people that don't believe the same way they do. You know, we should be teaching others and kids that it's okay to have a different opinion. It's okay to be different, and you should always, you know, be a free thinker and not worry about what others are going to say or do to you as a result of your opinion. You know, my best friends and I, like I said before, we grew up not completely agreeing on everything, you know, and it actually did a lot of good for us because I would learn from them and they would learn from me. And when we did debate in high school on the speech and debate team, man, we were really good, you know, mostly because we had all viewpoints covered. So we understood the issues on both sides. We understood the facts and how they applied to both sides. We understood the faults in our arguments. I mean, there's differing opinions are really good learning opportunities, and they're really important. So, but getting back to some happier stuff than the bullies, let's not let them get us down. Everyone, what are you doing for the holiday weekend? Do you guys have any plans? How are you guys doing what you want to do, but safely? I know my uncle said he was going to go on his boat by himself and just go hang out on the water. Sounds pretty good. Rafia is asking, when did I know I wanted to run for office? You know, Rafia, that's a hard question to answer because I feel like I've always had an inkling towards it. It was just never the right moment or the right opportunity. I think my parents would tell you if I had my way, I would have run for my first office at age 10. I had strong opinions and I let them be known. In fact, I had to laugh, you know, when my husband and I started dating. I told him, I was like, look, I'm very opinionated, and if you can't handle it, you gotta walk. So, as far as when I knew I wanted to run for office, though, I think talking to Carol Gross when I was a senior or a junior in high school, she talked about her experience as a woman on council and what it was like and how being a city council official really influenced her and how it was good to give back and, you know, listen to other people in your community, and that really meant a lot. And I think from that moment I had thought about it, and then this year the opportunity came, and I got so tired of feeling like my council wasn't listening to me. Like, no matter what I said or no matter what happened, they were just going to do what they wanted to do. And I decided, you know what, somebody needs to listen to people, and I that person is me. So here I am, and I'm running, you know, so people can have a voice. Everyone is listened to. You're not bullied or belittled for having questions or opinions or beliefs. You know, very equal representation. That's definitely my goal. Did I run for student council? You know, not as much. I ran for secretary when I was in middle school. I was always really good at keeping minutes. So I guess the paralegal field has always been very strong. I always liked forms. I always liked keeping minutes, you know, so that was kind of what I wanted to do. But when I got to high school, I felt like student council was more of a popularity contest than anything else, and not that, you know, city council isn't. But I was also, you know, trying to find work and doing a billion other things, and I was focused on the newspaper, so I never ran for student council in high school, but I did in middle school, and it was pretty fun. We got to have like a little mini convention in the gym, and I'll never forget we were making confetti for it. It was funny. So, okay, so Jeff says, if elected, how would you deal with a council that might have a majority of council members with different political ideologies? You know, Jeff, that's something that I definitely feel like I would have to deal with regardless. And I think I deal with them the same way I do everything in my life. I listen and I learn, and when we don't agree, you know, keep to the facts and say, this is why I don't agree, this is why I think you're wrong. And I think we all just have to work together and find some common ground. But if you only have one side of an opinion and it's all just kind of an echo chamber, what do you learn? You know, how do you learn from each other? How do you grow? You're just stuck in this one lane. You know, it's like me saying, hey, I think chocolate ice cream's really good, and everyone else is only for strawberry, and they're like, no, strawberry's the best. I'm like, but have you tried chocolate? Well, no. Well, then how do you know? You know, just things like that. We need to be more open, and we need to be more focused on our residents, and we need to work together towards that common goal. Hi, Tasha. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for listening. Rafia says, if you were on council right now, what would your message be for our city for this long weekend? Be safe. You can have fun, but you need to be safe. Wear a mask, wash your hands, don't, please, 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 everybody, do not host some big party this weekend. Don't have a large gathering. I mean, we're really close to being done with this, and I feel like, you know, hairdressers and everybody just got to open today. If everyone goes out and parties in 2 weeks, everything's going to be shut back down, and it's really hard for our businesses right now. You know, we're all in this together, and we need to be safe, and I know it's hard. I miss socializing with my friends too, but, you know, we've got to do it so we can keep going and we can keep things opening up and get back to normal. Maria, we were designed to listen, 2 ears and 1 mouth to speak. Absolutely. Listening is super key. You know, you don't learn if you can't listen. Rafia, you're absolutely right. We need diversity of opinions in our city council. Yes, very much so. I'm so tired of one-sided rhetoric and feeling like we're not even heard, or when we are acknowledged, some city council members belittle the opinions or, you know, the points of others, and it's really, really difficult. I mean, people are sitting here and they're getting tired of not feeling listened to. You know, my view of city government has always been the city government works for the residents. The residents don't work for the city council. And that's the way it should be. And they should be representative of everyone, not just any particular faction. So, Tasha says, hi, Heather, absolutely. Yay for our salons. Yes. Rafia, yes. I am so excited. I need a haircut. I've needed a haircut since the first time they shut down. And then I was going to go get a haircut, and then they closed again. And I was like, you know, come on. Do you think we need an economic recovery program for our small businesses in Culver City? I do. I definitely think that we need to work on building some type of recovery plan for our small businesses. They've been hit, and they've been hit hard. A lot of them are really struggling, not just the restaurants, but the retailers also. We've had so many closures already. I mean, this is make or break for so many people, and it's so hard, you know, and all of us do what we can, but a lot of people have lost their jobs, so they can't spend money like they used to, you know. It's hard for everybody, and we've addressed some of that stuff with, you know, the rent and the rental assistance program, but we haven't really addressed it with our businesses yet. And our businesses, you know, they're the backbone of our city economy. If they don't survive, we're all doomed. So it's really important, really, really important. Jeff says, how would you address the homeless issue in Culver City? You know, Jeff, that's a good question. The city is too small to address the homeless issue on our own. We need the county's assistance, and that's what the county is supposed to be there for. I think that we need to flush the county, honestly, and we need to apply pressure to the county. And it's almost like starting over. You know, they haven't been doing what they've said. They haven't been doing what they're supposed to. Where is all this money going? You know, and why are we not helping our homeless people? You know, I mean, we have all this funding. We have people that want to help. It's just like there's some kind of disconnect there. And I'd be interested in looking into more of that and figuring out why that is, how it is, and how we can fix it. Because until we have the county's assistance, I mean, there's so little Culver City can do. We don't have the funding. That's why the county gets the funding that they do to help us out. So I think that's definitely worth investigating and talking to them about. Rafia says, I feel for the salons and restaurants. Yes, very much so. I know. Hi, Belen. Thanks for watching. I know when things opened up before, the day they opened up, my mom and I went and got a manicure and a pedicure at American Nails over on Sepulveda. I've been going there since I was a kid, and we know the owner, and it's a really great little shop. And I asked her, I said, you know, how are you doing? You know, how are you guys getting through this? And the answer is it's hard. It's really hard, you know, and especially for salons. I mean, these people go through hours and hours of training, more than so many others, on how to properly clean and disinfect, and they were closed longer than anybody else. And that's hard. That's really hard. And I felt really bad when they opened and, you know, they were just starting to maybe, you know, hit a groove and recoup a little bit, and then they closed him again. And that's really rough. That's really, really rough. And I hope that everyone, you know, with all these salons opening up, maybe over the weekend, call your favorite salon and schedule, you know, a service with them. Maybe that's something that you can do to help the economy and get out of your house a little bit safely this weekend. That may be a great way to do it. Maria says, I called our local police to help with a homeless man who was laying on the corner of our street. He had a broken arm. I was impressed because the paramedics came and checked him out. Absolutely, Maria. You know, our police, if nothing else, they're a resource. You know, if you don't know what to do, call them and they'll help you figure it out, and they'll help them figure it out. And our police officers really care about everyone. Homeless, residents, non-residents, they really do care, and they take pride in their work. So thank you for calling and getting that man some help. You know, that's really, really good of you. Rafia says, I haven't been to the salon since March. Yeah, it's been a really long time for these salons. They've been closed longer than anything else. You know, I think it's been longer than that for me. Usually you get my hair cut like every 6 months or so. And I think it's been probably closer to a year, you know. Marta, I saw your interview with Lonzo's. We are here now. I'm not quite sure what you mean, but yes, my interview with Lonzo's, I had a really good conversation. Hi, Jerry, thanks for watching. I had a really good conversation with Miriam from Lonzo's. If you guys don't know Lonzo's, it's a bakery and Peruvian restaurant over on Washington. The address is on the video that I have with Miriam. She is incredibly kind. She lives here. She has a son that goes to school here. And she's a wonderful person, and her business has been hurting like so many others. She said she had a hard time getting information from the city, but luckily enough, our city also has the Chamber of Commerce, and she was able to get a lot of the information that she needed very quickly from the Chamber. So I'm really glad that we have awesome resources like that for her to be able to get some help, especially in the confusing and rough times that have been here. I mean, I felt like for a while every day there was a new set of regulations and a new set of guidelines, and the Chamber really helped her make sure that she knew what was what, and she said that they helped her find grants and that they were helping her with other resources. So I'm so glad that we have a program like that here. It's really, really important. Kind of you to get help, Maria, said Rafia. Yeah, Rafia, I agree. Are you at Lonzo's, Marta? Marta, you are at Lonzo's. Yes, get bread. Their bread is so good. You'll thank me later. We need to help our small businesses, Rafia says. Yes, absolutely. They're hurting. They are hurting. And our small businesses are, you know, it's the dreams of your neighbors. I mean, it's really, really fortunate that we have so many small businesses in Culver City. It's always been one of the unique things. And, you know, we've gotten more chains over the years, but we still have a lot of really great small businesses and mom and pop shops. And they do a lot to give back to our community. A lot of them live here. A lot of them are, you know, just like you and I, and this has really hurt them. You know, not only are they out of a job like so many of us, but they're still having to pay rent on their shops, and a lot of them kept paying employees and drained their savings trying to ensure that their employees were getting help. I mean, there's a lot of really good people that did a lot of good, and like I said, they're struggling now, having to use their savings to get through the beginning of this. So our city really needs to step in and help. Our chamber has done wonderfully. They've been a great resource for so many of these businesses, but the city needs to step in and do the same. So that's definitely something I want to focus on when I get elected. So Maria said the chamber is constantly guiding our small businesses. Yes, they are. Miriam said that she gets sometimes 2 or 3 emails from them a day. Could you imagine? Usually at the end of the day, I see 1 or 2 city emails, but you know, I feel like the chamber is our first line of defense. There are boots on the ground, you know. We could definitely use them as a resource and get them to help the city and work on projects that, you know, we could do together even. I think that would be really, really beneficial. Rafia says, any businesses out there needing anything, please contact our chamber for a great resource for answers. Absolutely. They're on Facebook. They're on the web. Just search Culver City Chamber of Commerce. Colin is the CEO, and he is wonderful. He's always willing to talk. I believe Rafia and Maria are also both ambassadors, so you can reach out to them. It's a great resource. You know, don't be shy. Ask. They are definitely here to help. It's such a valuable tool right now, you know. So please, if you need anything, call them and they'll help you figure it out. Hi, Ida. Thanks for joining. I see Rafia saying hi to you too. Maria said, when a business owner loses their small business, it's like experiencing a death. Yeah. I mean, some people, this is their whole life. You know, they've sank everything into it. And where do you go after that? I mean, it's sad. It's so sad. And there's so much that we could be doing to work on this. And I feel like the city has focused elsewhere. And really, this needed to be at the forefront. From the very beginning, we should have been focusing on this because it's going to help our city. And, I mean, what do we do if our businesses fail? You know, I mean, we can't afford to have our businesses fail. It doesn't work. It doesn't work at all. You know, people end up having to move because they can't afford to live here anymore. I mean, everyone is going through it. So we definitely need to help them. We definitely need to help them. Rafia says, Colin is a great leader. Rafia, I totally agree. I totally agree. I've had a few conversations with Colin, and Colin is a really great guy. He's very down to earth. And like I said, he's really around just to help. So please, if you missed it before, if you own a small business and you need some information how to get through this time and you want a wealth of resources and assistance, please contact the Culver City Chamber of Commerce. They really are there to help. I know a lot of people have said a lot of things about the chamber. Don't listen. Call and see for yourself. Talk to the chamber. See how they can help you, because they will. I guarantee it. Hit them up. If you need any help finding them, please let me know. I'd be happy to help you get in contact with them too. So, Rafia says, I'm a small business owner and the chamber has been a great resource for me. You're right, Rafia. So many people say that. There has not been one member of the Chamber of Commerce that has said, you know what, they're all right. You know, they do okay. You know, it's always when I talk to anybody, the chamber is this amazing resource. The chamber has unlimited amounts of tools for me. The chamber helped me, you know, through X, Y, and Z. You know, they go above and beyond, and that's something I feel like is really special about Culver City. And our chamber in particular. They really do care. Your success is their success. So, like I said, if you're struggling, you need information, our chamber is that resource. Tasha says, hi, David. Thanks for joining. Hi, David. I can't see all of you, by the way. This is a very strange thing. Sometimes I can see when people join, sometimes I can't. So if you say hi, I do say hi back, I promise. And thank you to everyone I haven't said hello to that has joined us. I think we're gonna start wrapping it up, but today's conversation was really, really good. I do these lives every Wednesday, 3:30 to 4, so you can join me next week. And if you have any topics or any suggestions for topics, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I do read all of the comments, I promise, even after. So you can leave it there, and who knows, maybe we'll talk about your topic next week. But for now, you guys, I hope everyone has a safe, healthy, and COVID-friendly weekend. Please stay inside. Please wear a mask if you have to go out. Please visit a local business this weekend, a small business. You know, they need our support. So shop small, shop local, and have a great weekend, you guys. I'll talk to you all next week. Thanks for joining.